Do the Dubs need another chip to substantiate the Warriors dynasty?
They do. And I'm not holding this against Warriors ownership or management, because if Kevin Durant is available, of course you grab him. Try to get as good as you can. But the reason, Stephen A. Smith, you called it the weakest move in history by a superstar when KD joined the Warriors, you said it's because that's the team that beat them. But I think there's an added dimension to it, which we've both touched on many times and many others have as well. The Warriors were a 73-win team. They came a play away from winning a championship, which would have made it back-to-back. KD joined that team. When a player as good as KD, you don't even need him to be as good as KD. You just add another all-star to that team. It defeats the purpose of competition, which is great if you're Warriors management, fans, if you're the front office, if you're the ownership, that's right. But in terms of the move KD made, at that point, it's like, well, of course, what does a championship really prove? So the KD Warriors, no kidding, they're going to win championships, but it was weak. It like deconstructed the idea of having, of finding out who's the best. We all knew who's the best, barring injury, as soon as the season started. The Warriors before KD, let's examine that. They won a championship against the Cavs team, down Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. I can't stress that enough. They didn't have available to them their second or third best players. So it was basically the old days with LeBron in Cleveland with no other good teammates. I'll say it again. Matthew Dellavedova was LeBron James's main support in that series, and they went 6 games. Is there an asterisk? To me, yeah. I mean, like, you could say what you want about Toronto. If KD doesn't get hurt, yeah, no kidding. The Warriors were going to win if KD doesn't get hurt. But what would have happened if Kevin Love and Kyrie don't get hurt? You sure the Warriors win? Because I don't think they do, based on what wound up happening. The following season, the Cavs actually, they beat them. The Cavs beat them. LeBron James beat the 73-win team, and it wasn't until they added KD that they won 2 championships, and they were clearly the best. So what has the Warriors team, the dynasty, without KD actually done, Stephen A? Have they ever proven without a doubt that's the best team in the league? I don't think they've done that one time without KD. Yes, they need that non-KD championship to substantiate the whole thing as one of the great dynasties ever without KD.
No dynasty lasts forever. And the bottom line is it all comes to an end. And in the end, we're going to look at 5 straight trips to the NBA Finals, and we're going to record it in history as one of the great runs we've ever seen in the history of basketball. That gets us to the individuals. And when you talk about the Golden State Warriors, the Splash Brothers are the reason they're so relevant. And I want to state for the record what I've stated on many occasions. This is the greatest shooting backcourt in the history of basketball. I have never seen 2 guys in the same backcourt that can shoot from long range the way Steph Curry and Klay Thompson both can shoot. Both of them are career 41% or better shooters from 3-point range, okay? And I'm personally partial to Klay Thompson for this reason. I think it's an absolute travesty. As an aside, I want to say this. I think it's an absolute travesty that media members, my contemporaries in this business, cost this man $30 million last year. He didn't make any of the All-NBA teams, first, second, or third team. As a result, he wasn't eligible for the Supermax of $220 million. He had to get $190 million because the media sat up there and didn't put him on one of the top 3 All-NBA teams. It is a travesty. We should all be partial to Klay Thompson for costing this man this $30 million because he deserved it, period. Having said all of that, I also want to say this. I don't believe, as long as Klay Thompson and Steph Curry are healthy, that there will ever be 4 teams in basketball in the same season better than them. Ever. Not as long as they're healthy. Not those 2. Because the way the game is today and the way that they can shoot, they are so elite as a backcourt. I don't think anyone can touch them. And that includes James Harden and Russell Westbrook because they can't shoot like these dudes can. They can dance on you one-on-one. They're unstoppable. Make no mistake about it. But they can't shoot like those 2 brothers. They just can't do it. And they certainly don't play defense like Klay Thompson. And so for me, you got those 2 with Draymond Green. All you need is another piece. a scoring forward. That's all you need. You need one piece. And as far as I'm concerned, we'll be talking about the Golden State Warriors winning championships again. I'm here to tell you this right now. They better not get some kind of scoring option on the front line. They get one scoring, and I ain't talking about Kevin Durant level, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm not even talking about something like that, Max. If they can have a bona fide 20-point per game front court scorer, the Lakers or the Clippers ain't beating them.
Okay, let me say this. If you ask me if the Warriors done winning championships, I'm going to say no. I think they have another championship in them at least. I think they'll be a powerhouse next year. But this is what I'm saying. Okay. The reason LeBron was the king, I don't think he is anymore. I think it's Kawhi's league, but time will tell. The reason LeBron was the king was KD and the Warriors actually needed each other to get past LeBron James when he was crewed up. A 73-win team and a 7-footer without a weakness in his game, one of the greatest players ever, one of the best players ever, needed each other to get by LeBron. That's how gangster LeBron was. That's how sewn up he had the NBA a couple of years ago at least. What's that?
You remember when Charles Barkley made news and him and LeBron got into it? Because Charles Barkley was saying, damn, must you have everything? Because LeBron was talking about what they needed. You still had Kyrie. You still had Kevin Love. And you were still giving concession speeches in the conference finals because you had to go up against the Splash Brothers with KD.
Because, no.
Remember that?
No, that's the point. Yes, because LeBron with Kyrie and Kevin Love is balanced against Steph and Clay and Dre and Iguodala and company. That's about even. In fact, LeBron was better. So I hear what you're saying. The Warriors they don't need KD or even a Paul George. They get a legit 20-point perimeter scorer type guy, a slasher, what they have, but better.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.